Hey folks, Pirate Tiger here, and welcome back to Islanders. The eagle-eyed amongst you, the eagle-eyed loyal subscribers, may spot that there have been some changes to this island since the first episode. That may or may not be down to a recording software glitch. I say glitch, I mean I've done it wrong somehow. So there's 20 minutes of urban development to which you were not party, and I'm sorry about that. It's frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. I finished my recording, checked the recording, discovered that it had vanished or had never existed. I went and made myself a cup of tea, had a little Kit Kat, had a nice little scream into a pillow. And now we're back again. And I'm excited to show you around our island, see the development. So, let's see where we are. As you can see, the Great Arch is now a hub of civic pride, monuments and great houses. It's all just mansions and a little fountain, very lucrative fountain. We've got a slightly lower rent city up here with houses instead of mansions. They've got a couple of parks as well, and they get to throw their waste out of the city, out of their windows and onto the upper rent houses below. We've got a tower, and we actually have another one to place as well. That's big money, but a tower, it seems, it likes to get placed down into existing cities, but nobody cares if they get built near a tower, if that makes sense. So this one here was worth a lot of points, 20 I think, but I can't place this one near that tower. It's a very unique monument, or it wants to be unique, I should say. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that at the moment. We still have a little hut to place. I think we might have missed this. Two little huts with doors facing each other, kissing huts in the middle of the city. They're great. There's so many points for them. I wonder if I can squeeze a hut into this person's front garden. I feel like a rent magnet. Oh, did I just see 23 points for one tiny little hut? Yes, okay, I'm going to place you back so you can actually get into your front door. There we go, big money, no problems. And we've almost got another pack ready to go, which is great. We've got parks, which they love being near other parks and near trees and near fields, and they quite like being near houses and mansions and things. So with two of these to go, we're talking big money. Yeah, I think we're going to end up having to develop. Well, let's see. Well, I think this is a good spot for parks for now, up here somewhere. 16 points, I'd say so. I think that's the most I'm going to get out of this one. Yeah, and I get to keep the tree, which is nice. Oh, and I don't even have to place my final part, and I get another pack. A warehouse. Now that's interesting. So they like being near production buildings, mines and lumber and all of that stuff, and fishers. But they're very big. They're so big, and they get a lot of negatives for resorts oases and other warehouses. So they stand alone. Other buildings like being near them, especially houses and mansions. So I don't know. They like being very near. So I'm going to try it out. Ooh, got another field. Let's just see how it fits in. 14? Not bad, not bad. Could be worse. Could be a heck of a lot better. I don't really have much going on by way of industry is the problem. And there's another 14 up there. So that's good, but I'm going to be destroying most of my trees, which at the moment are still a decent source of points. There's almost nowhere to put this thing. Ooh. Oh, right between the fishers. The 12 points. I mean, it's a bit of a waste of a plateau. Do you know, I really like the idea of having just this warehouse. This is like our harbour. This is our port building. All the shipping comes through past this plateau, and all the cargo gets dropped off at the warehouse and then distributed to the houses. It's not the most points that I could get for this, but you know, it's my island. It's my world. I can do what I like here, and I like this idea. So yeah, I'm just going to plonk this warehouse down here, and now we have a shipping industry. This field almost certainly is going to have to go with these fields here, although it would do pretty well out along the tongue, I'm going to call that, which reminds me of a hiking story about doing the 3 mountains challenge when I was about 16, 17 years old. Maybe I'll get to it. 12 points there, but destroying trees in the process. Can I do it with just destroying 1 tree? Yeah, I think I can. That might be worthwhile. Yeah, do you know what? You can have that field. That's fine. And now we have we've got parks and cities and long thin parks. Oh, that's great. These can squeeze into places where you can't really get anything else. Like up here, maybe? It's asking a lot. No, it doesn't want to fit. Okay. Is there anywhere on this plateau where we can squeeze in a tiny little park? Oh, we're so close. So close, but it's not going to happen. Arch City just doesn't have space for development. But the Down and Dirty Town, they absolutely need more greenery around. And there's space there for a wider thing, so I don't want to put this park there. Probably the same could be said of this spot here. I don't want to destroy that tree. Parks not welcome on this plateau, not really. Parks don't like being near lumber mills. Yeah, I mean, my options are fairly limited with this thing. It's good, it's a good structure to have, but I just don't have enough space to make decent sized cities, which is where parks really come into their own. That is a good spot. Oh, I like that. Can we get more points by pushing it out? No, we get fewer points. Okay, I'm happy with that. Good park, good place. Very nice. 11 points, and we lose a tree in the process for this park. Or 12, same story. And let's have a little look over on the other side. 13 points. This is... Do you know what? You bought low when this plateau was nothing, and it's just shanty buildings and no facilities whatsoever, and now we've just got beautiful parkland just springing up all around it. Very happy. And another long boy. Get another 10 points in there. Or just squeaking in there. 9. Ooh, 17? What? That is some points. We're destroying trees to do it, but look at that. Oh, this mill is turning into a monument. Okay, it looks like we've only got 11 points to get our next pack. I wonder if this tower is going to do anything tasty yet. 13 points up here, and it does have room to go up here. Okay, I'm going to say not yet, but soon. Oh, look at that. We'll have like towers either side of the... Yes. Okay, what do towers like? They like masons, temples, balloons? Balloons? Don't know what that's about. Statues, shore, walls, houses, parks, and mansions. So no wonder it's happy there. Okay, I think it's time to fill out this spot around here with a few more mansions, if at all possible. It's not ideal, I'll say that much. It's you know, kind of taking up a lot of space. I'm not a big fan of mansions and houses. They don't give you big money, you know. They're okay. And this one especially, my goodness, it's not playing ball. Okay, end of trees. No more trees. The developers have come in. They decided trees are not really lucrative enough, and we're just gonna chuck in a bunch of ratty old buildings. Don't care. Ah! And with this gross development schedule, we have inherited another pack. Fine. Let's just. Can it really not squeak? There's a very definite sort of tile structure in this game. Like buildings have a fairly fixed. That's not bad. Fixed footprint. So this is like the fields are 2x2. The little huts are 1 by 1 and the shaming huts are 1 by 1, and the landscape does not adhere to that structure at all. You've got to work around the land rather than the other way around, which I quite like. It's oh hello. Yeah, fine, you can go in there. I like the fact that you don't have this SimCity. Oh damn! I just put a mansion next to the houses. Well, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, in SimCity and games like it, you've got a lot more control over the landscape. You can, the earth sort of raises and lowers to meet your needs to an extent, which is great. But it's sort of no, it is a good feature, and I do like it in those games. But the way that this game sort of forces you to okay. The way this game forces you to work around the landscape is also quite nice, in that I feel like this is the world and you've just got to deal with it. Just make yourself as happy as you can here, but don't expect the world to accommodate you. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing less damage, in a way. This guy has his own city centre and his own warehouse. This guy's basically the food magnate. He's like I don't know, he's like the Nestle. He's Mr. Nestle. And he's got all of the money. So this tower could be his. He would as well. He would be like, yeah, I don't care that it's not going to earn you any points. I don't care it's not doing anything for our city. That's my tower. No, but we're going to put this tower over here where it's now going 16. My goodness. Yes, that is what I want. I kind of wish that other tower had the door facing this way now, to the left as we're looking at it. But that is adorable. The twin towers over the great arch city. Okay, we're halfway to our next pack, and we've got this one coming in. The circus! Oh my god, there's no way we're going to fit the circus anywhere useful. This could be the end for our island. Because it's desperate for me to get a brewing pack, but I don't want to. Okay. If we can get enough points to get another pack after the circus, then I will finally go into beer. Fair? Yeah. So it's just cities and a field and a circus. Okay. The field, it's finally time to start creeping out towards, creeping out along the tongue. There we go. So, yeah, my tongue story. I'm just going to keep playing this. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to find out where to put my circus. Like there's any question. Circuses and houses, they love each other. And this is just adorable. We're going to have the Clifftop Circus facing out across the... Yeah, perfect. I love it. It's done. It's happening. Yeah, and it looks like we're going to get our next pack as well. So you're going to get to see beer. Maybe this episode. Where was I? Yeah, the tongue. It's not as bad as it sounds. I realised that I could have maybe prefaced my promise of a tongue story a little more carefully. Ooh, 23 points. Yes, please. So when I was about 16, 17 years old, something we have in the UK, as many of you are aware, it's something called the Three Peaks Challenge. It's the highest mountain in Wales, the highest mountain in England, and the highest mountain in Scotland, which are Snowdon, Scafell Pike and Ben Nevis in order. And you try and climb, well, go up to the peak of each mountain in turn as quickly as possible. You can, if you've got some support and drivers and you've trained a bit, you can do the whole thing within 24 hours. It's a bit of a challenge, you know. It's hard work, and you've got to have a dedicated driver who isn't doing the climbing with you, because they're going to need to sleep in the van while you're running up and down the mountains. It's a thing. A lot of people do it. It's very popular. And I did it with the school. With my sixth form college. There were a few of us, but we weren't doing it all in 24 hours. We were doing it in a weekend. 24 hours of total climbing, which isn't the full challenge, but whatever. This guy does not like circuses, I think. Yeah, fine. I wonder if he's got space down here. maybe? No, I don't think so. This plateau is basically done. So there were a few of us, and I sort of buddied up with a friend of mine, Peter, who, we were both decent enough walkers. Wasn't a challenge. The first mountain we did was Ben Nevis in Scotland, and I got very badly drunk the night before. Well, not badly drunk, but bad enough that I had a serious hangover the next day. After about the first hour, I just stopped stuck behind a rock and just threw my guts up. It was bad. I don't know where to stick this guy. He's just kind of useless. Do you know what? I'm going to leave him out for now. I think another city centre is going to give us plenty of points. Yes. Okay, let's go with that. 17 here. 15, 22 there. Yeah. I think this city centre can strike out over here. Unless there's good points there. 21? No. Yeah, this is... I'm happy with this. Cram it in there. Beautiful. Oh. Is the one that's... Oh, so they get points for fishers. Fishermen. I keep calling them fishermen even though they could be whatever gender, I don't know. Because I hate just calling them fishers, because in my accent that sounds the same as like fissures, like deep cracks. Which, yeah, I don't like being ambiguous like that. Fine, you can go here. There's our new city centre. So the second mountain, Scafell Pike, is the highest peak in England. It's a bit bleak. It's a shorter walk than the others, I think. But we started at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, because that was the way to do it. To do it all in one weekend. We camped like early the previous evening, and then we got up at 2:30 in the morning, packed our tent, and got on our way up the mountain. So we started off climbing in the well, not climbing, but walking up the mountain in the dark. And I was buddied up with Peter, as I said. And it was fine, we were getting on okay. As it got light, the mist descended, the mist of the... Well, it was cloud, basically. We were climbing into clouds. And it's a bit featureless in the sort of like the last couple of miles. It's just rocks and shale everywhere. And there were a few cairns, stone piles dotted around. And because it was kind of foggy, we couldn't really see many other walkers, but we knew we were going in the right direction to get up. And we thought, well, it's fine, we'll get to the top. We've got the wind to our backs, and we're going uphill. So when we get to the top, we'll just turn around, go downhill, and keep the wind to our faces. And we'll be, in a reasonable chance of keeping on the correct path. Fairly sensible in the circumstances, given we didn't have any navigational aids or anything. Bear in mind we were quite tired, and I was still a bit the worse for wear from the previous day, going up and down Snowdon with a hangover, Ben Nevis with a hangover. This house will have to do here, fine. And we started to... Ooh. No, I said I'll get the brewing pack, so that's what we're going to do. It might not work, but that's fine. We noticed that, it was getting quite light, and we were seeing nobody. We hadn't seen anybody for a good 5-10 minutes, which was a bit concerning, because we had assumed we would pass other people going the other way. No, we couldn't see anyone, and it was getting steeper and steeper, and we were still going downhill, still with the wind in our faces, so we thought, well, we must be still going in roughly the right direction. Let's just, worst comes to the worst, we'll get to the bottom of the mountain, and we'll not be a million miles away from where we need to be, and we can just sort of make our way back. Breweries need hop fields, statues. They're like warehouses, but it's not going to be, unless we're going to stick this brewery out in the sea. I don't see that happening. Ooh, it's quite a big building as well. Oh, field. We know where that's going. Well, we weren't going in quite the right direction. We were, yeah, we were going like 90 degrees the wrong. Like we were supposed to be coming down southwest, I think, and we were going northwest. We didn't. It didn't really worry us until we started to see these like silver coffins, like these boxes, the survival boxes that you get in if you're really stuck and you're in peril of death, and it like flashes a light and sends a signal to the nearby mountain rescue to say, hey, these bloody idiots have gone the wrong way or whatever. We were like, no, it's fine. We found ourselves scrambling down a very steep slope for quite a way, and it got a bit scary, but we're like, well, as long as we don't break our legs, we'll get to the bottom of it eventually and we'll be fine. To be fair, we didn't break our legs. We didn't realise quite how steep it was because of the fog, but it was very steep and it was very scary. Long story short, we did get down to the bottom in the end, and then we had to walk like 4 or 5 miles to get back to where we were supposed to be, coming around the base of the mountain. And when we got there, we were a bit later than we were intending to be or expected to be, so people were starting to get a bit worried, but it wasn't the end of the world. And we said, well, let's just have a look at the map and see what happened. Turned out there's a natural rock formation on Scarfell called Brown Tongue, which acts as a natural wind funnel. Any wind that's going roughly in that direction will just sort of rush straight up this rock formation, and it looks like a tongue. It's like a curved. Yeah. We took the wrong route because this natural wind tunnel. We were going into the wind. We were going downhill. We were going down Brown Tongue, and apparently you are not supposed to go down Brown Tongue. It is really dangerous. Like, you can't. It's too steep to go up. Going down is dangerous. Going up is impossible. That's how steep it was. Yeah, we could have died. Fun times. But we didn't, and I'm here, and I won't make that mistake again. Next time, folks, let's build some hop fields and get some beer going, okay? Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye!